Hey everybody, welcome to Titanic Thursday, a special edition of Titanic Tuesday, as it's held on a Thursday instead. I am Stamos Lives, and with me as always is Mr. 3PO. 3PO, how are you doing today, sir?
This is going to come as a shock and probably a surprise to a lot of people out there, but I am super fantastic. How are you?
You know, I'm not bad. I'm going on vacation this weekend. Not really a huge vacation, as I'm mostly just going to be driving across the United States. Enjoyable, maybe? Basically, I have to make an 18-hour trip. So, yeah.
See, that's the one thing I've never done, is I've never taken the time to drive across Canada, mostly because I don't think my car would hold out across the prairies. But,
do you have prairies up there? You'll have to explain those to me. Is it?
Are you kidding? Really?
It's not just frozen tundra and yes, I'm kidding. Looks like I've got a game starting here in about 30 seconds. I am going to take a look, see if I can find a couple others in the meantime. It's got one in pregame there. Yeah, let's try this one that's 30 seconds away.
Alright.
It's good to go. Yeah, it's about 10 seconds now, so we'll pop into there very soon. But, yeah, so it's... Driving is a lot of fun, actually. I tend to fall asleep towards the afternoon, so I have to kind of watch myself, and I buy a lot of energy drinks and sugary products to keep me awake.
Sounds healthy.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's incredibly healthy.
Yes, you do.
If you want to follow me in, I've got a game here. It looks as if the other folks are connecting right now. Titanic Tuesday, by the way, Thursday for today, is of course where we will go and watch a random match. That's right, we're going to jump in and just watch people playing against each other. There's no teams involved. There could be a couple of friends who are queuing up with each other, but for the most part, these are folks who are not intending to necessarily work with each other. So we find that these are really interesting matches to watch. You'll notice that the picks go a lot faster, and you'll have a lot more interesting gameplay. Oftentimes, people doing things that they shouldn't more. That being said, we have seen teams do that as well, haven't we, 3PO?
We have indeed.
Yeah, a certain Shadow Demon last night seems to pop into my head.
That's going to be up on our YouTube channel fairly shortly. It is on our Twitch channel, so if you want to check out the highlight from yesterday. The highlight, of course, being Templar Assassin, the lowlight being poor old Shadow Demon there. It was just a rough match.
Well, and towards the 10-minute mark and beyond, or maybe 15 and then beyond, the low was pretty much just the Dire in general. I don't think that they had any real strong... even their Carrie Weaver was only 5, 5, and 5, so... Nothing too significant. Couple of picks out already. I think one was a random pick for Lycanthrope that got repicked now into a Skywrath Mage. He's a really fun hero, so I'm going to look forward to watching him since we don't really see him in a lot of team fights. A Spectre's chosen for the Dire as well, and we have a Lich. For the Radiant side thus far, we have Skeleton King, Marana, and a Clockwork. And, looks as if Lich is also being repicked. He was just rechosen. Nature's Prophet chosen. We see him often in Titanic Tuesdays. Did you watch the video? I think I sent it to you. I may not have. It was on Reddit the other day of Nature's Prophet getting a quadruple kill but not even being in the fight.
No, I didn't.
He was just jungling away and his ultimate was up and he was like, oh, I better use my ult. And so he pops it and it manages to hit 4 heroes when they're in the middle of a team fight and kills all of them. And his team's just like, what just happened?
So it looks like with the rollout of the most recent patch, they have managed to reset all of the hotkeys that some of us have set, so this will be an interesting... iteration of Titanic Tuesday for me, because nothing works right now.
You probably have enough time that you can fix it. We may not see a lot of excitement in these first couple of minutes, but if we do, I'll be sure to let you know so you can pop in real fast.
It's alright.
we've got a really, really cool courier up top, I'll tell you that. They've got a frog that's glowing blue. Lena was chosen as the last choice. They also have a Windrunner that was chosen for the Dire team. And it looks like Alchemist and Crystal Maiden were the last choices for the Radiant side.
So a bit of warding out from Windrunner right off the bat after a little altercation with Skeleton King on the bottom lane. Mid lane, we've got Alchemist and Skywrath Mage, and up top, we've got our good friend Spectre hanging out with Clockwork. And here we go.
This is going to be a incredibly rough lane, I think, for Alchemist if he decides to stay there. I'm guessing he's going to lane switch because Skywrath, it will just rip him a new one.
Skywrath, however, just hanging around in the poison. Why? Because he can.
Lena appears to be pulling the lane, but not actually doing any sort of creep stacking at this point. Stacking, of course, being the more powerful way of pulling that lane. Oh, and First Blood, told you, out already. Look at that. Oh, but he dies too.
That happened quicker than I thought it would.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, this is why we watch Titanic Tuesday.
We may see a bit of a problem here for Clockwork as he gets stunned by Lena, and Spectre is out with a little bit of right-click damage as well. They're just chasing him down.
They don't really have a lot of damage output right now, but it's possible if she gets her dagger up again, which she may here in a couple seconds, he may be in a little bit of trouble. That stun was way too early. She definitely should have waited on that.
Yep. Meanwhile, in bot lane, Crystal Maiden and Skeleton King just picking away at Windrunner, who's picking away back. It's a power shot and really not doing a whole lot. Skeleton King chasing her down. And that will be Windrunner. Thank you very much, and good night.
Sliced her back there. Crystal Maiden nearly dropping herself, but able to stay alive and secure that kill with Skeleton King. That's a pretty nasty lane, too. You've got a double stun lane there with a lot of damage being kicked out by both of them. So Windrunner is going to really have to play this carefully.
Looks like we will see Alchemist bottling up an illusion rune.
Oh, Windrunner completely whiffed that blast. She's in trouble once again. Crystal Maiden comes up. The Nova is out. We may see Windrunner drop again. In fact, we do.
2 in a row. That's
yeah, that was a huge mistake. Skeleton King didn't even really juke her, and she fired off with just a speculative blast that just kind of flopped.
A speculative plop, if you will.
I like speculative blast. I think that's up there with pig-like state.
It is indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Skywrath Mage choosing once again to swim in the poison.
Yeah, not too much there, to be honest, but you know it's going to curve down in damage on him here fairly soon. I don't think it's
stunned again by Lena after popping out of cogs and chased down again. We'll eat a tree and we'll go head to head against Lena.
That's a mistake. Spectre can rip him a new one.
There's that battery assault, and it's one of those things where I think if Lena can pop around the bottom here, she will.
So I'll tell you, yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. And here comes Nature's Prophet too. That's a death.
And that is game.
There's a really, really awesome way that Daniel Day-Lewis says that's a kill from Gangs of New York. He goes, "That's a kill." So I'm going to do that from now on, if that's all right with you.
Please don't. I'm good with it.
That's a kill. Hey, so Spectre here, if you go up and click on her, she's kind of building Spectre a little bit incorrectly here. I'm going to tell you why. She's popping too many points into Spectral Dagger right off the bat. First off, you definitely want to get that first point into Dispersion. It is a huge ability for her. It's quite awesome, in fact. After that, Spectre's main ability...
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but Skywrath Mage looks like he might be in a bit of trouble here. No, he's going to get out. Never mind. Well, he's being chased down by a solitary creep who's just relentlessly making life difficult. Tower will come in and will save his life. But,
and he gets level 6 from it.
Nature's Prophet not able to get there in time. Sorry, you said Spectral Dagger versus Dispersion. Dispersion being important.
Well, what I was mostly saying, she does finally drop a point into Dispersion, but Desolate, excuse me, is her main ability here. It does so much damage. Look at that. Basically, if an enemy hero has no ally around them, she does extra damage with every hit. and it does pure damage. It's amazing. It's an awesome ability, and when she hits level 6, if that's nearly maxed out, she can get kills all around the map. I usually would have 1-3-1 with her, meaning 1 in Q, 3 in W, and 1 in Dispersion. So, I think she's getting there. I hope she doesn't put another point in Spectral Dagger at level 7. So we'll see. But she had 2 points into 2 points into it. It's just not worth it. It's not necessary.
Fair enough.
Crystal Maiden here, coming up to mid, and not really doing anything with that. Courier Frog hop-2ing.
There's a stun out on Skywrath Mage. Lena will come in. Sorry, pardon me. Crystal Maiden will come in with that Nova and Pip Pip cheerio.
Yeah, she's been great. She's been really doing a fantastic job of wandering the map and getting kills without being a really high level. She's getting some fairly good farm from it, too. Her net worth is not significantly high, but it's higher than Lena and Mirana, so that's pretty good. Mirana's only level 3 right now. I'm really confused as to what her plan is. But we'll see what happens. Skeleton King, of course, getting a ton of farm here. Clockwork also doing a fairly good job of farming.
Farming like it's his job. Just, again, going straight head-to-head against Lena, locking her in with Cogs.
Yeah, he's going to get that kill, too.
Yep.
Spectre can't really do much here at all.
Partying like he just don't care.
Don't really agree.
Cogs, but still managing to do a little bit of damage. Sorry, say again?
Mostly just taking her mana away, too. This Cogs, every time they hit, they also steal mana. I don't think it gives it to Clockwork, so I shouldn't say steal, but it drains her mana. Well, her item build is not the best. She's picked up a Ring of Health, and she also has a Stout Shield and a Quelling Blade. You really only need one of the two. Quelling Blade, of course, to help secure kills. Probably my choice.
And we did miss a kill on Skywrath Mage there, where Alchemist picked up those illusions again. It seems like that's really been working for him. And right now he's a bit of a runaway train.
Yeah, Skywrath at this point should probably be ganking. He should be wandering around trying to get some kills, and that mid lane, it's not really doing him a world of good right now. I would say the Stout Shield is not bad, but she should upgrade that to the Poor Man Shield on Spectre, by the way. She needs survivability early on, then to build a Radiance. And I like to build the Iascadi with her. She's in a lot of trouble right now, too.
She is indeed. Clockwork with that Battery Assault, locking in with Cogs, Crystal Maiden coming with a bit of right-click damage, and that's that. So let's take a quick look at that gold graph. It is obviously spiking towards the Radiant, along with the XP graph, bouncing back from the Dire to the Radiant, to the tune of about 1,000 points.
Yeah, do you see how Spectre also picked up that Spectral Dagger again? That's a mistake. She should be going Desolate.
And here we go with Alchemist. He's going to pop out an Unstable Concoction on Lena.
Oh,
and right-click, right-click.
That's a kill!
Oh, wow. Mes amis. That was a kill.
Yeah, you know, she tried a really nice juke stun there. It didn't work out for her, though.
No. Well, I mean, that's the interesting thing. Obviously, Alchemist had just picked up a haste rune. You know, it reminds me of, was it Iron Maiden, Run to the Hills? That was the song that was playing in my head.
Run for your life.
Run for your life.
Mm-hmm. That's about Manifest Destiny. Way to bring that up, you jerk.
Well, you know, we do what we can, right?
So, Alchemist is getting out of control very early on. That's not a good thing. Alchemist, as we know, is an incredibly dangerous hero. He's got a stun building concocting right now. He's going in for the dive. I think he's going to
miss it.
Well, you know what? This is where Skywrath needs to be paying attention. He should have watched that stun. That was a perfect time to ult and pop a slow out.
Yep. Fast hero. Like Guitar Hero, Fast Hero runs away quickly and doesn't look back.
Run to the hills being in Guitar Hero, by the way.
Indeed. Looks like Crystal Maiden's hungry for a little Nature's Profit here. Maybe not.
Lena's pretty good
Definitely coming for Lena. There is the Nova out. Cogs out again.
Yeah.
And that'll be that.
Lena
trying to do what she can, but that's really it.
Well,
Crystal Maiden might be in a bit of trouble because those creeps really were just saying, hey.
There goes Clockwork. Looks like Nature's Prophet and Skywrath were able to take out Oh, Skyrath's in trouble now. Actually, now Alchemist is in trouble. Yeah,
Yep.
he's gonna drop.
Strong shackle shot there from Windrunner, and then
So that was
straight into
fantastic.
Morana's arrow coming in just a little too late to hit anybody or do anything.
Yeah, Alchemist did manage to get that kill on Skyrath, so he did not drop without a fight. But
And here he goes, picking up the DD after chugging a bit of the bottle to make
yeah,
space.
that's nasty.
Oh,
He's
here
got a
we go.
stun, but I think it's gonna go off on him.
Yeah. Wait, what are you doing? Where are you going?
Yeah, well, he popped his ult, so he has the regen for zip points. I think
That's a good call.
it's up every. I mean, it's like a 10-second cooldown between when it's up and not, so it's not a huge deal to pop it and get that regen out.
Mm.
Skeleton King just farming away, by the way, and getting a lot of it. He's attacking super fast. Look at him down here.
Chop, chop, chop.
He's pushing a little bit too hard. You know, just take your time. Enjoy the farm. I think he wants this tower, but why?
It's funny, there was a thread on Reddit today for players new to Dota 2, and they were going on about, what have you learned? And someone said, I think it was actually the OP who said, I learned to slow down, relax.
Yeah.
And that's one of the most important things that you can learn in this game. Power shot missed again.
Stop and smell the acid spray, you know? Just take your time. There's no point in plowing through these attacks because the lane pushes better for him. I think that he wants to get out of this lane, though. That's what I'm guessing from him. He is getting a lot of kills here, too.
And here we go. Acid's out. We will see Unstable Concoction come in on Skyrath Mage, and that is him done. Looks like Windrunner might be next. Morano's coming in on her. And she will Windrun away. Power shot missed again. That's got to be frustrating. Lena just
Nice
getting mixed by that Nova.
Ooh, Murata arrow hit. And Lena is gone. She turned back around for an extra hit.
Shackle shot on both Morana and Crystal Maiden. That was a good double catch there. Windrunner will go down, and Spectre followed right behind Morana.
Nope. Dispersion, man. Telling you.
Didn't happen. Yep, there it is.
Yep.
But Nature's Prophet, obviously, paying the price for that one. That shit is too good. And how?
Murata needs to watch her language. Goodness, lots of cursing.
Well,
yeah,
I've got to say, the most objectable thing here is that what a asshole should actually be what an asshole, if you'll pardon our French. Just incredibly frustrating when people get that wrong.
grammars. Yeah, Winter, really nice shot there. She had a
There's the shackle shot again on some creeps and on Alchemist. They are focusing some fire here, which is a smart thing to do. The Nova is out on the Dire team. Morana comes in, doesn't hit anybody, power shot out again. And it looks like Lena is the subject of things. There goes Cogs on her, taking her down. Skyrath Mage following closely behind. Spectre coming in to make a mess out of the Radiant team. Power shot actually does catch Morana this time. Spectre does go down to it. Alchemist follows closely behind. Windrunner making it out alive.
There's that Nature's Prophet double kill. Note that he's up top on his own. Yeah, I'm Nature's Prophet. I don't care. In the meantime, Skeleton King just farming away. Knock down a tower. You know.
He's exciting now. He has 2 actives, right?
I think he's only got 1 active. He's got the arm.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. There goes Lena.
Speaking of those actives.
Yeah, this is a mistake on the Dire's part to let him farm like this. He's gonna farm away.
Yep.
He didn't even care. Here comes another Windrunner.
Oh, misses on the power shot. That was close. That was a close shave. If I was Skeleton King, I would be backing off right now, but that's just me because, well, I guess we're both in the same mindset then. There he goes.
He also has 2,500 gold. So...
Time to spend. Okay, here comes Alchemist with a delightful Shadow Blade. Catches Skyrath Mage with the Unstable Concoction. Morana comes in to help out, and Alchemist gets the kill.
This Skyrath is just not playing very carefully at all. He really needs to play a lot more defensively as this hero, especially against an incredibly aggressive team.
Alchemist deciding, you know what, I am going to go after this, and perhaps not
Nope, here he comes. He's got that Shadow Blade, so he's thinking, why not?
He's looking for someone to pick off here, I think.
Oh, if he would have stayed, he could have gotten that courier kill.
And
That
there's
would
the Mirana ult that will hit Lena. Or pardon me. Yeah, will hit Lena. Pardon me. Mirana actually taking a bit of damage from Spectre, but we will see Crystal Maiden come in, slow her down just a little bit. Windrunner. And Skywrath Mage and Nature's Prophet getting Alchemist alone. Looks like
Mirana's
Mirana
got
might be in a bit of trouble here.
well, no, here
Click,
comes
Barber
Clock.
Trick, and there is Clockwork. There is the Cogs. Mirana arrow is out. There's a nice stun. We'll see Crystal Maiden come in.
Too.
And there's the ult. Wow, that doesn't usually get used quite so well. Shackle Shot from Windrunner, getting both of them.
Oh.
We'll see Skywrath Mage take out Crystal Maiden. Clockwork in trouble right now, teleporting out. Will he make it? He will make it.
You missed Nature's Prophet coming in from behind on Mirana, just one-shotting her.
She really didn't have a whole lot left to give, unfortunately. That was an interesting reversal there.
Yeah, it didn't really work out there for the Dire, did it?
Meanwhile, Skeleton King.
Yeah. I'll just ignore everybody and knock this tower down, I think. Mm-hmm.
There is no skeleton in team.
I think it's just hidden in there somewhere.
Mm.
He doesn't even need to. I mean, he's doing exactly what he needs to do, actually. He just farm away. There's no point in that.
Concoction up, and who's he going to go for? He's going to go for Lena.
Oh!
There's Nature's Prophet trapped inside Cogs with Clockwork, and we will see Alchemist pop his ult and go straight after Skywrath Mage. Windrunner picking off at the back there. Nature's Prophet, invisible, catches Alchemist in the trees. Mirana arrow out and doesn't catch anyone.
Nearly did, though. He nearly walked right back into that.
And Alchemist wants he wants Windrunner right now, and he's going to get her. Not
So,
going to get her. There's Windrunner, and she's gone.
Spectre leveled up that dagger. Completely worthless. She would be doing a lot more damage if she had Desolate. She also built Vanguard. Oh, goodness. This is a sign of a newer player. Actually, if you read Purge's rules of, like, oh, welcome to Dota, you suck, which, you know, it has some really good points in it, but I don't like the title at all. Even though it's relevant.
Well, they're actually two separate statements, right? Welcome to Dota. Incidentally,
you suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway. It's incredibly valid information. One of the biggest points he says is don't build Vanguard first. Why? There's no. It's a secondary item, maybe, but you usually don't even need it. Spectre, you want to build those boots that give you the healing. What are those called again? I can't remember.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but Skeleton King locked down with Shackle Shot. We'll see Lena come in with a Flame Strike, and we've got Skeleton King who will get the kill there, and it looks like he
will not drop.
Will get right back up. Meanwhile, he's surrounded by three of them. He's silenced. This could be a little bit of trouble for him. Dodging Skywrath Mage there, and it's right-click damage. We'll take Skywrath Mage with him, though. That's 2 for 1. You know, I'll take it.
Yeah, no, that's a great win for him, actually. And again, he's sitting on 4,200 gold. So, what was I talking about? What was I saying?
I think you were saying that at this point, Skeleton King should start an investment bank.
Yes, that's true. So Spectre here, Vanguard, poor choice. Don't get it. Don't get it if you play Spectre. It's not necessary. If you want to survive, get the Poor Man's Shield, get Tranquil Boots. Tranquil Boots you can actually take apart later on and build better boots like Power Treads later in the game.
And there is Spectre locked down with Acid Spray and Unstable Concoction. Right-click damage from Alchemist. Mirana jumps in, and Spectre goes back to base.
Yeah, she tried to get away. Tried to ultimate away using that, but was not able to do so.
Just like Skeleton King, Nature's Prophet has been just pushing along here, quietly, happily.
Yeah, which is kind of his task. That's his burden of Nature's Prophetdom. I disagree with Alchemist. It was actually a really good attempt on Spectre's part to try and get away from a kill.
And a little bit of bickering going on here, which is a shame.
Oh no, it's not a shame. This is Titanic Tuesday. This is what we come here for. This is Billy Zane.
And miss on the Mirana arrow, but we will see Unstable Concoction come in. That just does a ton of damage with that acid spray. Some right-click damage from Mirana, and Alchemist will get it. No words, no ganks.
Wah, wah. Anyway, Billy Zane and Leonardo DiCaprio going at it right now. He said Jack, see? It works. Jack, of course, being the main male character of Titanic.
Now, would you say that Skywrath is a shit hero? I would disagree that Skywrath is a shit hero.
He's not at all. He's an
No.
awesomely fun hero. You don't see him in team fights, I think, as much, but oh man, especially in pubby matches, he can rip it up.
We've got a double damage Morana, top lane with a cloaked and shielded
I think it's just some
Alchemist.
sour grapes, and Alchemist is not the nicest of persons. Just kind of being a bully because he's playing a hero that's basically a flavor of the month right now.
So with Crystal Maiden, Clockwork, Morana, and Alchemist up top, they will push that tower. And there is Windrunner with the Ratchet from Clockwork. We will see Cogs out. A little bit of ults from Alchemist, and she's down. Who's up next?
Allow me to comment real fast, because I think we can kind of see how it's
Lena, yeah, fair
going to play out just a little bit here. And still watch it. But on the commentary, these people kind of fighting against each other. So one thing I want to point out: Spectre bashing Skywrath's choice of leveling. Yet Spectre didn't actually choose the best course herself, right? She actually leveled Desolate last, arguably Spectre's most important ability. So it's one of those things. Why? What's the point? You know? And this is coming from me. Stamos lives. King of trolling in games.
And we will see Nature's Prophet.
There goes Skill. Oh, you're gonna
make it out.
Spectre's not gonna make it out.
No.
So much stun. She doesn't have her. Oh, she's got her dagger. See,
dun,
she
dun, 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 dun.
but does not do so.
That was a good effort.
Yep.
Oh,
kind of.
Power shot misses again. That's got to be frustrating. Windrunner's had some bad luck with those. It's made some good choices on where to place them, but just bad luck.
Clockwork missed his hook shot there also. Anyway, yeah. Don't bash your teammates. Everybody has bad games. It happens.
I believe
Unless
it was. Have you read Ready Player One?
No, I haven't yet. I have it actually in my queue.
Nature's Prophet lockdown and Cogs by Clockwork here. We will see him drop. Skywrath Mansion in a bit of trouble. Right click out from Morana. Hey, a little stun action there on Alchemist, who just will shrug it off like you don't care. Skywrath down, Lena down.
In the lore, aren't Lena and Crystal Maiden sisters?
They are indeed.
Yeah. I'm going to push my glasses up now since I knew that.
Doesn't everybody read the lore? So in any case, in Ready Player One, one of the subjects of the book is this gentleman who's a little like Steve Jobs. He creates a world called the Oasis, and a quote from him directly is, "People in glass houses should shut the F up." So that's kind of that's where I was going with that. It was a long way to get there, but
yeah, it's the journey, my friend. It's not the destination.
Speaking of which, let's not stop believing because it's rushing time.
Midnight people. Oh,
right.
whoa, whoa.
You've got it.
Yeah, I know.
Clockwork standing on guard here, and
I was hoping he was going to steal that with that hook shot. I was. It would have been awesome.
Cheeky.
Yeah.
Cheeky. Oh, here we go. So Nature's Prophet running for his life. Not making it though. That unstable concoction coming in at the last second, and it's a 3-on-1. Ain't no fight.
There's the Maelstrom purchase. Of course, he is building 2 Mjolnir, and then after that, I think we're going to see an Assault Cuirass. This being actually he'll probably go Basher before he does Assault Cuirass, but this is a fairly typical Alchemist build. You see it in a lot of team fights. Again, he's flavor of the month right now because his speed is insane, and he's only really gotten buffs lately. Look at that! Just look how he just decimates creep waves.
Decimate not actually the best term for that, though, is it?
No, well, no. So hold on. Decimate actually has two definitions nowadays, right?
Does the
It's kind
definition
of
include Windrunner
it used it used
dying?
to take to a tenth.
Mhm.
So to take a tenth away. But you know what? Be quiet. I do what I want. I'm from Texas.
Fair enough.
Thought I
T3
couldn't go.
down.
Yeah, here we're gonna have our first racks at 25 minutes in.
Meanwhile, the Die are pushing that T2.
Today's lesson, by the way, is twofold. The first lesson: do not let Skeleton King farm. The second lesson: do not let Skeleton King farm.
I like it.
Alchemist, by the way, just outright buying an Abyssal Blade.
There's that Gem and True site. Smoke out for Lena.
He says, "Why do I need the Cranium Basher? I'm just gonna go straight to Abyssal."
Nice shackle shot there from Windrunner, catching two of the Radiant team, but we will see the Unstable Concoction go for Lena, and it is time for Windrunner to die as well.
Yeah.
So it seemed really for a moment there like the Dire wanted to make a base race of it, but that seems like a poor choice. They just don't have the damage output to make that happen, and...
Yeah. Nor the farm, or... Yep.
So you're Spectre right now, and you're in your own jungle. Meanwhile, you've just been raxed twice.
He's given up.
Yeah.
He's given up, he's upset with his team. He's probably pondering the fact that somewhere, some person out there is bashing the fact that he built his character wrong, and that person is correct about it, and that person's name is Stamos Lives.
Monster kill for Alchemist.
You know, this Crystal Maiden, I'm really impressed by her ability to wander around the map.
Alchemist tanking the tower.
Oh.
And both he and Skeleton King living to tell the tale. That's cheeky.
Spectre on the run for her life, gets hook shot, and is in a lot of trouble here by Clockwork. Is she gonna make it? Doesn't make it. She got mini stunned. You can't teleport away from a Clockwork. That's just not gonna happen.
It's time for a little fountain camping. And that's it, folks.
Yeah.
That's folks in lifeboats, people on the shore. Titanic Thursday ending tragically for the Dynamo team, 49 to 19.
Full steam ahead, crash right into the rocks. Didn't even hit an iceberg. Didn't even make it out of London area.
Well, that's a rough one.
Yeah. So, tell me your MVP for this game.
You know what? Just because of the nature of the conversation, I'm going to go with Clockwork. I don't like it when people are rude. It bothers me. Clockwork had a lot of utility. You know, Boots of Travel, Gem of Truce. It was really there. Was a team player. 109 last hits. You know, didn't have the same stopping power as Alchemist, but came close actually. You know, and was really there for the rest of his team. Was in the right place at the right time, doing the right things, and was was less of a dick. Was where I was going with that. So,
yeah. I'm going to go with Crystal Maiden. I really liked Crystal Maiden's gameplay in this. I thought that she was doing a fantastic supporting job. Had really, really nice ward usage, warding all around the map, as you saw. You didn't see that at all in the Dire team, which led to a lot of nasty kills and just bad situations. Just better gameplay overall, of course, by the Radiant side. And that happens in these matches. You know, you get paired sometimes against people who are not at that skill level yet. That being said, I think Crystal Maiden really did an awesome job early on of getting some nasty ganks and kills in there, especially on the bottom and the middle. Skywrath, I mean, she just ripped Skywrath a new one. Speaking of which, Darwin Award, go for it.
Uh, honestly, at this point, I'm gonna have to go with Spectre.
You think so? Why so?
Yeah. Just again, didn't really seem to be that engaged towards the end of the game. I don't really like quitters, um, so that bothered me.
Hmm.
So I'd say yeah.
In terms of actually playing the game and playing a character, the weakest was definitely Skyrath. He was not defensive at all. He was putting himself out into a position that was just nasty. Now, it was not really his job per se. I think it's the team's job. I'm going to sneeze, by the way, so when that happens, just expect it. Maybe I won't now. But he was not being protective, and you have to, especially as a mid character. He didn't gank at all. He wasn't impressive. He was 2-14. He didn't play very well, right? That being said, you're right. I think it's terrible when a player shuts down. Also, as I had been raging on Spectre the entire game, he didn't know how to play Spectre. He doesn't understand what Spectre's abilities are. And I think that that's fine because there's a lot of new players out here, but try to read what your heroes actually do and understand their strengths. Spectre's strength is catching somebody unaware by themselves. The dagger is meant to slow them down just enough that you can do the pure damage to get that kill. And that kind of pointing out your hypocrisy or pointing out somebody else's bad playing when you yourself are not playing to the utmost efficiency, yeah, that kind of sucks. I agree with you.
Yeah.
So, before we conclude, I wanted to throw something at you here, 3PO. Since this is on a Thursday, I don't really feel too great about sharing this with Titanic Tuesday. So I was going to give you a couple options. We've got the Santa Maria Thursday, if you'd like. CSS Hunley Thursday, perhaps. USS Monitor and or CSS Virginia Thursday. That's not so bad. Could be the Merrimack Thursday. I like this one, the USS Constitution Thursday. Possibly. Battleship USS Missouri. Of course, being from Kansas, we call that Misery. So,
I think really if we're going to do this, we have to take a Canadian approach, which is to go with a ship that was a disaster in, Canadian waters. A French cargo ship is going to be the SS Mont Blanc, which was the source of the Halifax explosion in 1917, which killed about 2,000 people because it was packed full of wartime explosives
wow.
in the harbor. So SS Mont Blanc Thursdays, I think, is where we would go with that.
Are you sure you don't want German battleship Bismarck Thursdays? That does have a ring to it.
It really rolls off the tongue.
It does, doesn't it? It's great. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us once again for another cast. I had a lot of fun tonight. It was a quick game, but that happens sometimes. We have quick games that we play, and you witnessed a full-on, full-out shellacking. The Radiant team taking that herring and beating the Dire team senseless with it.
That's the way the cookie crumbles. So, folks, thanks for joining us. It has been SS Mont Blanc Thursdays. I am 3PO.
And speaking for German battleship Bismarck Thursday, this is Stamos Lives. Take care.